So we know that G20 was hosted by Indians, where for the very first time African countries were admitted as permanent. So which means the AU president were admitted as permanent, and India welcomed this. The Indian mode, their president have been pushing for this since June that Africa should be admitted. But EU we are worried. But when they saw what happened in BRIC is, when the BRICS are going very high and promoting Africans, and Africans are liberating themselves, the EU we are now shocked. They have to bring Africa in. But let's talk about that G20. The G20 is a place that you see world leaders play their game. World leaders present themselves as the leaders. They begin to love each other. They talk about business, talk about how to better, one another. Because it's kind of opportunity for you to meet the world leader that you don't normally meet in a normal day. Most of them are busy. But now we ask, how is our African leaders being made going here? African leaders are winning sideline. Before you meet somebody like one of the leaders, you have to schedule long days and long weeks before you can meet some of them. But this opportunity is time for you to sit down here and get them. But Nigerian president, he was just staying as if somebody died. The whole big country like Nigeria is supposed to be one of the top in the world. But the president they are electing is one of the most disgraceful presidents. The intellectual ones are not getting there. Even when they get there, they become the same thing that people are running away from. So people like Nigeria should be ashamed of themselves for bringing someone like this. The president called Bola Ahmed Tinubu was saying, look at when you see other presidents jubilating and taking pictures and enjoying and trying to build friendship, international relationship. Nigerian leader was like a kind of segregated somewhere, as if they are begging, as if Nigeria does not eat food, as if Nigeria is one of the most wretched country in the world. Why? Country like Nigeria is supposed to be one of the best in the world. UK relies on Nigeria oil. America stole from Nigeria oil. In fact, America was stealing Nigeria oil many times. So they steal from Africans. Africans should be moving this. Africa should be top there. In fact, it is a shame for now they are actually admitting Africa now, because Africa have been feeding these people for years, and Africans need to rise up now, because now it is time that either they win or they lose. The world is changing. That's why Africa need to change this old man and put vibrant youth that will stand there and know what they are there for. Because if you put youth like Ibrahim Toure there, he will be standing strong, because he knows that the African has what these people are looking for. Africa are the source of these people's food. When you have those source material, you have the money, you are the engineer of the world somehow, then you have to walk like that and talk like that. But here, Africans, we are not saying, okay, we are being admitted, we'll be happy. No, it's only one Africa. That's the AU president was admitted. It's not countries. Before, South Africa was there, speaking for the whole Africa continent of about 1 billion. Only South Africa, which is not up to 80 million, is speaking for you guys. Could you imagine? While somewhere like Brazil, South America, you got Brazil, you got Cuba, you got a lot of things. In EU, you got USA, in EU, you got UK, you got France. All these people, they came with their representative, their president were there. But see, Australia is there. Australia is about 20 million people. We are there. But in Africa, they come, become a puppet when they do things within the right note and tell you, oh, yes, we have done this. You guys should join and you guys should do this. That's all. You see, but now, yes, you guys are being admitted, but you guys have to move step forward and begin to take authority where you belong, because Africa need to put the pain in materials, in natural resources that they are supplying to the world. You have to put the price, and the price should be firm. Anybody that coming to Africa have to do business with you guys. Kolo Toure, Ibrahim Toure have said, he said, I wonder why Africa is so rich in natural resources, but we are the poorest one. The one in Niger will tell you guys that the Nigerians, what is happening today, that France sell Niger raw material about 150 euro. Then they buy from Niger about 0.88 cents. Could you imagine that? What kind of criminality is that? Which other way that you can say this is slave trade? Which other way that you can say this is a scam? But Africa, it's time for we not just to watch as other leaders are celebrating. It's time for us to stand firm. And you show it. Not when people are striking deal, you stay in one corner as if people will come and ask you, are you okay? Do you need food? Do you want us to take care of you? You begin to play that empathy lifestyle. No, it's no longer that way. You have to stand firm and begin to walk like kings and begin to behave like leaders. not about admitting you. Will you be able to take that position of admission? Now, if we are talking about this, it's time also Africa begin to elect leaders that can stand up. Not all these old men that is tired, then they will just put them there. No, it's time we begin to elect leaders that can articulate, a leader that can speak, a leaders before they talk, they know what their people need and what their people don't need. A leader that cannot be told around. Like you see, Ibrahim Traore cannot be told around. You see, last time I saw that there's scoop against him, but that video is coming anyway. But people like that, when we put somebody like, if we elect somebody like Julius Malema, he will be there and spoke very well. If we elect somebody like and Bob Wine, he will be there and spoke well. And the Kenya president was saying yes, now he's happy that Africans have been admitted as a permanent in that G20. But now we have to go extend. You shouldn't be happy. We should be angry that why all this why they have not admitted Africa is now they have admitted Africa. Why is that? EU, it's time for us to begin to ask EU the money they are stealing from Africa to refund them back. I heard Dr. Arikana saying that if France should return all they have stolen since the colonial era back to the Francophone country, France will be bankrupt, France will be begging, France will be like, they will be more wretched than Niger because they don't have the resource to stand up. But these people continue to steal. That's why Niger, when they ask them to leave, they are begging that they want to stay because they know their source of income come from that area. But now, it's no longer game as usual. Africans are waking up. In next 20 years or next 10 years, we want to see Africa in a different way. We want to see all these leaders that are not representing Africans being taken out from their office, and the young ones that are capable to take care and represent Africans take over. Africa need to rise. We don't want all this begging of a thing. We want Africa to be able to rise in technology, industry. Africa to be advanced like other ways. Now, let's make it. Africa have the capacity. Africa have all it takes. Just like you see Dubai from deserts to become one of the mega cities in the world. Go to Arabian countries. This is how they are developing. We want the same thing in Africa, and Africa can do it. Don't allow yourself to be used as a puppet like these leaders are using our people. You see, our leader, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was here as if he's a puppet. He was actually, when I look at him, I was like, oh my God, is this a Nigerian president, a country like Nigeria that have a lot to show for? But see how it is going here. That the leader, if I was there, I would empathize with him. I thought maybe he's hungry. But you don't need to. See? So this is something that we don't want. Even when we are trying to push somebody there, we need to push somebody there that will go there and be firm. Not somebody that will be there and feel inferiority complex. We don't want that. We want leaders. We don't want all this rubbish of rigging and putting whoever that is not desired to be there. A place like Nigeria, their president should be sought after by other presidents. Wherever any single chance they have, they should be lobbying in to him. But see, Nigeria, nobody care about them because they know anytime they press the remote, he will always turn to them. That's why Africa need to stand, and Africa need to elect good leaders that will stand, that if you don't show up, you don't show up, and they will strike their day. Thank you.